Forgot to turn the camera on. What's up, guys? Need to test the delay real quick. Real quick. Nice, nice. Okay. Delay's a lot better. What's up, Cotton? Yeah, no matter what I changed settings to, I was running like a 20-30 second delay between when I spoke and when it actually popped on YouTube. I got it knocked down to about 3 to 5 seconds now. So what's up, Bang? It's hard to respond to comments when there's such a delay. It doesn't line up sometimes, but now I've got it to where it's actually lined up a little better. Andrew, yeah, if you hit it, well, it might be tough to find even in Georgia, Andrew. It's now I think you'd be all right finding it there. What's up, Can? I hear you, Nocturnal. Not a bad pickup. What's up, Floyd? I actually found a Vex rune seal popping this morning. I actually did record it, so it'll actually be on the video at least. Let me reset the items found. There we go. It's called Sundrop, Andrew. Hold on. Sundrop. This is diet, so I think the regular, I think the can's green. I actually don't know what color the regular Sundrop is. This is diet, though. I think the can's green for the regular Sundrop. Not a problem, man. But yeah, I did find a Vex this morning. No, I will be trying to go live when PTR drops tomorrow. So for those that don't know, they just literally like not even an hour ago they announced that PTR is going live tomorrow. So I'm going to try and be on there as soon as it's available. So and I'm going to do it live. So we'll see together if you're at work, you're not able to get on, and you're actually able to see the stream. We'll kind of peruse it and see. There's no more information outside of PTR will be available tomorrow. We don't know if they're going to drop patch notes at the time of PTR, but at least they announced something. So that's pretty cool. At least we got some, because I think it was supposed to be today. But, you know, when I got up this morning, I was going to try and see if there's any patch notes up, because they originally announced downtime today. But the launcher didn't have the thing, so I figured they canceled the downtime, but it looks like they're going to do it tomorrow. Just a guy, it's PTR stands for, what is it? Practice test realm, I forget what it actually stands for. Basically what it is, it's a copy of the game where they normally do testing before they go live. So at the most basic level, it'll have a public test realm. Yeah, but it'll have a copy of the game without any notes, and then like they'll push like any changes that they wanted to test onto PTR, and it's public, so we will have access to it. And a lot of times what they do is they'll use the public to find bugs, make suggestions potentially. Whether they listen to them or not, that's a whole different thing. But the whole idea is, and it might not be the case tomorrow, they might actually just spin up a current copy of the game separate on the PTR. And then as they make changes available, they'll push them on the PTR, and the public will have access to make suggestions, find bugs, that sort of thing. So at the least, what they'll have on PTR tomorrow is an identical copy of the game. Optimistically, we're going to hope that they have potentially changes that they're looking to push live on ladder when they drop ladder. So what I mean by that, they had talked about class changes, set item changes, potential new rune words. So at the top level, potentially they'll have some of that on PTR that we can look at, which is why I'm going to go live on there as soon as it's available, so that if you're not available to play, do it at the same time, and if you're listening to the stream or whatever, you can hear me at least talk about what I'm seeing. And yeah, as Scholar's saying, potentially we might get some notes later today, so that could potentially happen. At least we got something. I got up this morning and saw where the downtime had been removed from the launcher. I was like, crap, they pushed it off again. We're not going to get anything. All they've announced is PTR tomorrow. They haven't set a time. So I guess potentially maybe what was it, 9 a.m. Pacific was what it was supposed to be today, which would have been noon Eastern time. Are you talking about on PTR, Can? I don't, people don't join me on my games here. On PTR, I mean, it could be wide open. I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. I'm really curious to see how it's going to look tomorrow. And basically, if they give us a little something to mess with, like some class changes and stuff, yeah, well, that's fine. We group up, do whatever. I'm curious to see how it goes. Again, cautiously optimistic as to what happens tomorrow. Again, it could literally just be a current copy of the game on the test servers, and that's what they're originally going to test. I mean, that could be the case. I don't see why they would need to do that. I'd hope they'd give us at least a little bit of taste of potential changes. So maybe more notes tomorrow, maybe more notes more notes today, maybe notes when they actually go to downtime, and a lot of times they'll drop patch notes at that point, so it's hard to say. It was going to be an hour downtime. Originally, it was they had it scheduled this morning from 9 to 10 Pacific. An hour is a pretty good bit of time. Normally, when they do like the minor downtimes, it's usually just a few minutes, but they had actually blocked off a full hour. And the way this normally works, they already have the servers set up. They already have whatever they're going to install on the servers. That's already done. Why they pushed it off to tomorrow? They ran into something before going live with it today. So that's potentially why it got pushed to tomorrow. Yeah, Mark, that's technically what PTR's for, but this is they don't currently have PTR, so a couple things come into play. They're creating PTR for us to have access to. So it might be the situation where they're going to stress test technically the PTR to make sure it spins up fine. So it might just be a current copy of the game. But it's hard to say. I mean, they're not giving us a whole lot of info. This literally dropped less than an hour ago. So we don't have a whole lot to go off of. But maybe they'll give us a little more later. Maybe they'll give us a little more when they actually go to downtime and they push out some notes or something at that point. We won't know. But I'd imagine what's going to happen is we're probably going to, if best case scenario, if they push out PTR tomorrow and they actually have like class changes on there, we're probably looking at a good solid, I would hope at least 2 weeks of testing. And then potentially another week where it goes live. So Yeah, that's the thing, Scholar. I mean, again, like I was saying, tomorrow's launch for PTR could literally be just another copy of the game, and they want to stress test it because there's no current PTR. Yeah, bang. They released it on Facebook and Twitter at the same time. Apparently, I had literally just checked Twitter and was bitching about not getting any news, and like it dropped right after the last time I had checked it. So maybe it was around 2. I think it was a little after that, but it's on the at Diablo Twitter, and they also have a Facebook. They put it out at the same time. So I'm gonna just kind of keep an eye on that and see what happens. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to play it by ear and see if they actually do the downtime at what they had originally announced. Um, Hold on, let's see. Let me make sure there's nothing new. I hadn't checked it in an hour. Yeah, there's something about D3, so nothing current. It's literally just the announcement. But all it says is that PTR arrives tomorrow. That's literally all the information. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't. A lot of people, a lot of people are going to jump on PTR because right now we don't have anything new. So if they actually put some stuff out with class changes on it, I think everybody's going to hammer PTR pretty hard, potentially bring it down, all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to kind of play it by ear. But I'll definitely be messing with it. Uh, but that's all we got for now. I was hoping for a little more info, but at least they gave us something. So we'll probably look. Well, today's the 11th. I think best case scenario we ladders in February, first part of February, hopefully. But I think that's best case. It just depends on how the class changes go once they put them on the PTR and we test it out. You know, whether they take any input from the community, that remains to be seen, but we'll see. Okay, anybody that was on the stream yesterday knows how badly it went. It was I did not, well, at the end I got a Haas, kind of a low level one. I tried to give it away yesterday, but nobody. Well, it was kind of late, so if you're interested in this Haas, I'm not going to hang on to it. It's a really low defense one. It's only 158, but I don't want it. So hit me up on Discord if you need a Haas. Yeah. I did pick up a third Vex this morning while I was messing around. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Hammerden, do they normally go with a Haas or they need a FCR, right? So they probably go Spirit. Yeah, a Haas probably goes more in the smiter direction. I think Spirit over Haas for the FCR. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because ideally, you want to hit that 125 breakpoint for Hammerdens, and that's really hard to do if you got a Haas on. So, about what, Bang? I didn't have this Haas a week ago. If it was about a Haas, yeah, then I'll put you first up. That's true. I mean, but you got to get a 220 circlet and a 220 uh, amulet, which can be expensive. Oh, for an Aki? Oh yeah, definitely, dude. I got piles of them. Uh, Remind me after the stream, and I'll get up with you if you're on. Yeah, I don't even know why I have all those Akis. Um, and I thought this was kind of funny. I might actually try and re-roll this. The only reason I kept this Monarch was because it dropped of deflecting to begin with. It was like, and that kind of reminded me, it's like, maybe we throw it in the cube and hit it a couple times. Well, that's cool. When you get off work, bang, or sometime this evening, whenever, just remind me, and I'll definitely get you an Aki. But yeah, so I mean, I've had a little luck today already with the Vex dropping from seal popping, so maybe we'll have some more. And for those that just joined, tomorrow, if all things go well, I'll probably be on PTR. Uh, if they drop anything, when they drop PTR, if they like add some of the class changes, so we can kind of take a look. Um, don't know how they're going to set it up, whether you're going to have to level up a character, or if they got options to select templates for higher level characters. There's all kind of questions out there that we don't have any answers to. So we'll be looking at PTR tomorrow, just to see what happens. So I'll announce that as soon as I find out when they plan on launching PTR, because they haven't given us any details except tomorrow. That's all they've said. So something to look forward to at least. I was starting to wonder, because you know they canceled the downtime today, and I was like, well, something got screwed up. Here we go again. But they made that announcement about an hour ago about PTR, so we got at least that. That I don't know, Bone. I didn't watch the actual interview. That would be nice if that was the case, because that would be the ideal way of testing it. If you had to level, that would kind of suck. I would hope they'd set templates to where you can set up characters, gear, all that kind of stuff. What's up, Cruz? And for those that just joined, I think I fixed my stream delay. I was getting about a 20-second delay from the time I saw a comment to when I could respond to it. And I think I got it knocked down pretty low now. So I at least got that addressed as well. My stream delay was pretty bad. And it was something between Streamlabs and YouTube that I had to look at some settings. What's up, Rick? So a little bit of exciting news, at least. Something to actually look forward to with the PTR info. I'm kind of pumped, to be honest. Damn, I hear you, Cruz. Yeah, Luke, potentially the case. We don't know. We won't know more till tomorrow, I'd imagine. I don't know how much. Well, shit. I don't know how much info they're actually going to drop on us before they actually launch PTR. I mean, we were talking about it kind of on stream last night. We were thinking maybe this was the PTR launch for the downtime. So it looks like we were right, at least on that. That's what they were doing. We just got pushed back a day, looks like. I mean, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that has to go on when you're doing stuff like this, so I completely can understand when stuff gets pushed back. Yeah, Scholar, exactly. I just want to see it. Just try it out. So, again, we'll find out tomorrow, hopefully. And you know, this is actually the second time. They had originally called for the downtime last Thursday. Then it got pushed back to today, and now it's tomorrow. So obviously they were running into some snags. This is that Jade Talon, isn't it? Yeah. Well, Luke, that interview, it's been at least a month since that interview, right? I think that was like around the 15th when they announced 2.4, and like the interview was like the day after that, if I'm not mistaken. So we're getting close to a month. Granted, there's holiday time that fell in the middle of all that, so we'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, Activision does not have a good track record. Even with launching a PTR, I would be hesitant to say it goes smoothly. But being that it is just a PTR, we'll see. Yeah, it's been a little while. But again, I mean, I think they took 2 weeks off for the holidays. So you cut that out of the equation. They hadn't been working on it that long. Of course, it might have been something they've been working on since before the announcement, I'm sure. So again, at least they gave us some info. What's up, Eric? I appreciate you feeding it some back to me. I had a little bit this morning. I got a Vex rune. I was messing around, just doing a couple of runs, and picked up a Vex rune seal popping. So I've had some luck today already. They need to fix this damn seal. Yeah, it was a pretty decent pickup. I'll take a Vex all day long. I think Bob was calling for a Vex there at the end of the run, so it just spilled over into the next day is all. Yeah, technically. Wasn't on stream, so I'm not going to count it. I did record it, though, so it'll be in my video. I'm about to wrap that up. And it was off of Seal Pop, which was pretty cool. What's up, Liam? And it was up here too. This spot, like for seal popping, I've gotten like 3 high runes right here. A Vex, Burr, and I think the Ohm was like right here. What's up, Arsenal? White Monarch. That's another item I'm surprised. Well, no, we do have a unique Monarch. For some reason, I was thinking we didn't have a setter unique. Forgot all about Storm Shield since they killed it with Spirit. Wait. What do you mean you sold your... You accidentally sell your Geeds? Yeah, Joel, they announced PTR tomorrow. They just put it out about an hour ago. So we're gonna have PTR tomorrow. Yeah, Dumas, I said that. I said that the other night. We don't. I'm shocked we don't have a set or unique Archon plate. But Yeah, again, I will be trying to be. I'm probably going to try and go live on PTR as soon as it's available. Take it, Malik. It's out there to be taken. So if things go as planned on their side, I'll be on PTR for stream tomorrow. So it could potentially be interesting. Damn, Arsenal. That sucks. I've seen that happen to multiple people. Misclicking, selling charms, uh, selling torches accidentally. But a 40-15 Geeds, that's pretty rough, dude. Yeah, gee, I mean, that's always been the case. That's always been the case where items would only be on ladder. I don't understand why people don't really get that. Public test realm, that's what PTR is. Basically, it's going to be where they push out changes for us to look at before it goes live, and we can kind of bug test, um, potentially have feedback on whether they listen or not. That's a different thing. But basically, they had announced that they were going to do a PTR, so we knew it was kind of coming. Ideally, you want PTR to occur, especially when they're talking about class changes and stuff. You don't want to just push that live and spring it on people. You want to push it out onto a test realm so people can look at it. They can determine if it's actually a good change or not, whether they need to tweak it, do all that kind of stuff, and then they go live with it. So with the PTR, I'm thinking that I don't know if that'll happen tomorrow, but at some point they'll push the class changes out there. What's up, Forrest? So tomorrow, potentially, best case scenario, we can have the PTR with the new class changes on there that we can look at. Best case scenario, which would make for a very, very interesting stream. Worst case scenario is just a clone of the game as it is right now, and then they push stuff out there later on. So, but they haven't told us anything else outside of PTR will be available tomorrow. That's all they've said. So I'm going to be on there as soon as it launches. Yeah, gee, I mean, it's always been that way. It's never been the case that they didn't have ladder-only items. It's always been that way. And once ladder season ends, that stuff gets pushed down onto non-ladder. No, Eric, it's going to be Hydra Sork. Definitely go Hydra Sork and test that out. 100%. If it's out there, that's the first thing I'll be looking at. Inferno's the Ford spray one, isn't it? Kind of like you're taking like a spray can with a lighter. That's the Inferno thing, isn't it? Inferno's just a clunky spell. I don't know that I don't know if they could ever make that any better. They'd have to completely redo that skill, I think. Hydra, of course, that one can definitely be made to work pretty well. Yeah, the PD2, I played the heck out of Hydras in Project Diablo 2. 100% leveled with that.
I am overburdened.
Because they set it up where there was lesser Hydras, and then you got the regular Hydras at 30 or whatever. Kind of a cool concept, and they did that for the synergies also. But I mean, they can make it work with just how it's set up if they do the synergies right. But yeah, I mean, I think they mentioned Hydras. I'll play it for sure. I mean, Fire's okay right now, but it could definitely use some tweaking. I mean, I think Meteor could be tweaked a little bit. I think that the drop time on Meteor is too slow. Yeah, right. I hear you, Forrest. Well, ladder season potentially coming. I mean, with the PTR announcement, I'd give it at least probably a month from that point. So probably early mid-February, maybe we'll get PTR. Or not PTR, but ladder. Yeah, the I think I saw a thread about it that fire immunes are like the most common one. Sork throwing war strike. Y'all already coming up with some interesting stuff. Well, gee, the only reason I say longer than that is we don't know that they're going to launch PTR with the changes. If they do launch PTR with the changes, yeah, sure, 2 to 3 weeks I think could happen. What's up, Robert? Appreciate it, Tomac. Yeah, you guys pushed me to 3K. I appreciate that. That's all on you guys. Am I playing? I'm playing on BattleNet. You can talk directly to me, man. You ain't got to ask everybody else. I'll respond. Oh, I was about to say that. Of course, maybe you're just drunk, right? Dumas, hit me up after the Discord, after the stream. Malik, I was planning on doing something with the player or with people on stream at some point. I don't have a good idea on how to do it yet, but I do plan on just doing some runs with some of the viewers, and they can like play along or follow and pick up all the stuff. So Forrest, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you joining. I'm 53, man. Ah, okay, Scholar, you already found some info. See, and that was what I was thinking. They would spin up the PTR first, and then add the content at some point. Uh, that was, that was kind of what I was looking for, info-wise. Uh, because I mean, they kind of have to. It's not really stress testing, but they got to spin up the PTR, make sure that it's running right. So. No, literally in my game. I just haven't come up with a good concept on how to handle it yet. Yeah, he was kind of stuck there, wasn't he? But yeah, I mean, I got a lot of plans on, on I mean, this is 3 weeks into streaming now. I haven't been streaming that long. Just the whole concept of it. Once I got back into D2R, just kind of figured I'd try it out. But so I'm still coming up with some good ideas on how to do some of this stuff. But we'll get it figured out. Because yeah, I want to do some viewer streams or viewer play-alongs. I got a lot of stuff I want to get set up. Our Discord's gotten going pretty good, and the mods there have really taken charge and handling it good. So the Discord is one thing that I wanted to get going, and that's done now. And we got some great mods that are really knocking it out of the park as far as keeping things under control and adding new concepts and all that kind of stuff. So I want to try and get some stuff set up. I just need to get used to what I'm doing. I got my Annie. It's the only item I've actually traded for. I play everything I have is self-found except for the Annie. But being able to, being lucky enough to get an Annie or a declone to spawn is pretty tough, let's face it. So I did trade for the Annie. Everything else on my character I play self-found. Solo games as well. I mean, I can't complain. Just running solo, I've had some really, really, really good luck with drops. Nah, Ken, I'm fine with the solo running. I don't feel like I need to multi-box just to up the drops. For those that are kind of new to the channel, I do really well. I mean, what's up, Praetorian? Since I started running Chaos, I've been running Chaos a lot in the last 3 weeks. I've gotten 2 Burr runes, 2 Jaw runes, Ohm, 2 Vex, a Chom rune. This is in just the last 3 weeks. So I've done well just playing solo. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to show the experience of playing solo. So I got 500 Magic Find, exactly 500 right now. Yeah, Jeff, I noticed that. My whole concept when I started doing videos is this is what you can do playing solo online. I actually found a third bird room, but it was in a pub cow game the other night. So, and my dad, it was kind of funny. My dad, for those who missed it, my dad called me last night. He's 84 and he's been playing, and he found a bird room off of Shank. Actually, it was the night before now. G, go into chaos, man. And I know I've seen you here before, so just play along and steal the mojo, man. Okay, so they updated it on Facebook. Cool. And for those that don't know what I'm talking about, people that tend to play along with me, like while I'm playing and they're watching the stream and playing, they seem to have some pretty good luck. I don't know how many jaw runes I've seen people announce while I've been streaming. Zalork, I'd take Chaos over Pits for runes. Yeah, gee, if you're doing that, that's pretty rough, man. Because that's all I'm doing is seal popping. I think at this point I'm about at the same run count as you. But I mean, and I've only actually found one good rune. No, I take it back. While live streaming, I've had a jaw and an ohm pop while streaming. People have seen it. And that's just been like maybe the last week or so. I had the ohm a couple nights ago and a vex, or I mean a jaw, about a week ago. So people have seen it. They've actually been. I've been live when it's happened. So I feel chaos is the place. Oh yeah, no, I get it. There's plenty of other people going at the same time that are getting crap, but it was shocking how many jaws I've heard people get, just in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, you don't need to run lightning. Yeah, I can. I mean, it's one of them things. Seal popping over like an hour time span, you get technically more drops, and since Magic Find doesn't affect rune drops, that's kind of. I don't need items, so I'm not full clearing. Ty, I don't think so. I think the Stormcasters actually have a full drop table. I'm not 100% sure on that though. Somebody might can double check that, but I'm almost positive that they have a full drop table. Yeah, the only items I'm actually looking for at this point is I'd like to see a Griff drop. Yeah, I've actually gotten 3 jaws. 2 of them been in chaos. 1 dropped in Arcane Sanctuary. But I mean, when it all boils down to it, it's RNG. It's where you can kill the most mobs the quickest is where you increase your chances of it. I mean, my dad got his burr rune off of Shank, literally, not off his packs, but Shank dropped it. So, and he can't clear very quick, so yes, RNG is definitely very fickle. Yeah, Griffins has eluded me as well. I mean, I've gotten a lot rarer drops, I think, than Griffins, but it's keeps hiding from me. But you never know. Yeah, I mean, that's all there is to it. RNG, I'm thinking it's like human nature. They take advantage of people's gambling addictions. uh, Dude, you can farm chaos and blizzard pretty easy. You have to telly stomp the knights. So it just depends on kind of what level you are and how strong your merc gear is, kind of. Otherwise, ancient tunnels for a Blizzork always works because there's no cold immunes there. Well, Robert, that's a pretty rare damn shield. Have you got a jeweler's sacred of deflecting? Man, that's rarer than most anything in the game. Now, unfortunately, you got kind of low res roll, but I, dude, that's still a crazy drop. Yeah, on Blizz you could run bail runs easy. Blizzard's strong. I got bored with it, so I went to lightning. Ancient Tunnels is easy mode with a Blizzork though. If you're looking for like a change of scenery, maybe. Oh, for some reason I saw Sacred and I was thinking Targe. Still, there's not that much difference block-wise between a Sacred Rondochet and a Targe. I mean, there's a little bit, but I think that's still a pretty hot shield. Yeah, 2 burn a low. It's not something you're gonna use. That's pretty good exchange. Nah, I was a huge firewall fan with the before they fucked with it. So I mean, it didn't feel that good with for me after the change back. So I was like, nah, whatever. think he said Sacred Rondochet, which I'm pretty sure can get 4 sockets. Yes, actually I am now, Sido. Even the ones that I'm picking up here, I'm not IDing. A Rondochet is the lower level one. That can't get 4, but Sacred Rondochet, I'm almost positive can get 4. I still need a 3-socket one to make a dream shield for my pally. It's that's kind of something I'm hunting for right now. If I could get a 3-socket to drop. What's that? That's the cold belt. Yeah, Snow Clash. Nice. See that mojo stealing works. SOJ. Hit that seal. Nah. I've still only gotten the 1 SOJ, and I went specifically hunting for it. Yeah, it's not really anywhere that a Blizzsork is really weak. I mean, Chaos, again, with the Knights being cold immune, but that's pretty much it. I just got tired of running Blizzard. I went back to it for a while after they nerfed the firewall. It's just, I don't know, it felt a little slow to me, so I started messing with Lightning again, even though I didn't have the gear for it. I feel like I still need the Griffs to make this optimal, but it's still, this build still melts. The Infinity just makes it too easy. I tried to do little cows yesterday. I think I got halfway through and then I just couldn't finish it. Cows is like my least favorite thing to farm right now. Yeah, I got 1 point in warmth. That's kind of the main. Yeah, that's kind of a standard build. You do 1 point telekinesis and teleport, 1 point warmth to get some regen. I mean, since I'm not running insight, I have to do pots, but it's not that big a deal. I mean, they drop constantly, so it's not like you don't have access to constant mana pots. Yeah, I'll switch to Whirlstone every once in a while. Whirlstone's not bad to farm. I'm just a huge fan of Chaos Sanctuary. That's all. This is my favorite farming spot by far. Zalork, some people do go with. I've never been a player of Mage Shield or Sorceress Shields. There's a lot of people that suggest it, playing even like chilling armor or something to be a little more defensive. That's just never been my play style, so I've never sunk any points into it. But there's a lot of people that do put at least a point into a shield. Yeah, there's some good builds for farming cows. I don't know. I just did cows so much at some point that just I don't care for it anymore. I mean, but there's some people who just do cows all day. I mean, I've gotten good drops in cows. I've gotten some decent rune drops. Found some decent items, but you know, cows is like eye level 81 or 82, whatever it is. So you don't have the opportunity to get some of the higher drops. Vince, if you're holding on to a Jewelers of Deflecting, a JMod, you're sitting on a lot of money. Well, money. I hear you, Forrest. My dad's playing a Zealer, um, and he's 84, so it could get tough for him sometimes. I told him to farm pits. He loves running Countess, so Countess is fine. I tell him to run Trav, and then he likes doing trifecta with Shank, Eldritch, and Pendleskin. And again, he got the Burr rune off of Shank the other night, so it's working for him. Wade, I don't know if you left before or after. I got that low Haas. That was about it. I got a Vex this morning, but I wasn't streaming at the time. Yeah, Jmod is stupid valuable right now, but it's only going to go down, I would assume, especially if ladder's on the horizon. Forrest, I tried to get my dad to play. I think he picked one of the hardest characters to play for somebody that's 84 playing on keyboard and mouse is a Zealer. Because, I mean, his hands shake a little bit. I mean, he's 84. His hands shake a little bit. It's tough to click on everything as a Zealer. But he was determined that was what he was going to play. Scholar, I think I gave that 199 away the other day. I might have another one, though. Oh wait, okay, yeah, right. I think right. It wasn't right after long after you left last night that that Haas dropped. I do have my helm for my dream right now. I need a shield, so I'm looking for that. Scholar, I'll look real quick. I might have another Titans, high Titans. Oops. I figured you'd had everything. A 12 ED one? Yeah, I mean, people are looking for them. It's funny. I mean, I got one. I got that one just not long after I started looking for one, because I was trying to get that faux pally to work out, and it's a struggle. So I switched it up, and I was going to go with a Tesla. Then, I actually kind of want to make an Ard in it at some point, but those are stupid expensive. But I got the stuff to make the two dreams right now, which is kind of the base for both. So as soon as I get like a decent 3-socket shield, I'm gonna make the dream, the two dream items, and switch my pally over. I really wanted the faux pally to work. It just everything I tried, it just didn't gel. Nah, wait, I gotta find it myself, man. It's just how I roll. I do need to look at that. I didn't even think about the weapon I needed for Zealer. I'm assuming grief. That's what I want for Zealer, right? I'm just assuming I'm gonna need a grief for that. Kind of the standard weapon. Last one, yeah. Are there any like really rare weapons or uniques I could use? I just like to be different. I actually made the grief for my dad. That's what he's using on his Zealer right now. I hadn't found a low rune in a while. Look, another storm shield. I find these so much. That used to be such an awesome shield. Azure Wrath? I haven't found one, but that would be interesting. I mean, I'm sure there's some good exceptions to just a standard grief. Yeah, I just want to try some different stuff out, so I might mess around with some other things. An ethereal death cleaver would be cool. Yeah, that would be definitely a style points weapon. Yeah, I don't want that. Should I put a storm shield on my items found list? Is it that high? I haven't found an Azure Wrath. I hadn't looked at one in a while. I got a dozen lightsabers. Just want to mix it up a little bit. 85. Yeah, I kind of want to go the style points route. I could get a grief. I want to try something different. heard something about that Razor's Edge, but I heard that was kind of a uh, something people were using mainly for. Wasn't that like a budget item to use in Ubers? Doesn't it have like uh, open wounds or something? Here's what kind of makes me sad though. I literally have a 200 ED Haas that I was wanting to use on the Paladin, but I kind of want to go the dual dream setup now. So now I got a perfect Haas that's going to be sitting there. YP Lightning's the way to go if you can do it, man. Yeah, Rube. That's why I've been checking the phase blades. I always think maybe I could find something with the perfect set of mods. I check the rare phase blades all the time. Just want to mix it up a little bit. Mark, that's true. Yeah, I should check those because I can always up them. Yeah, yeah, it's good point actually. I'm bad about not checking rares. Nah, you won't. Yeah, you won't get an ethereal one though. I like checking those as well. I like to see if you get a really cool stat stick one time. 5 burrs. Dumas, that's just my streak here in the past couple days. I like I said, it finally turned around a little bit late last night and into this morning. I did get Vex this morning. I got the Haas last night, so it's turned around a little bit. Praetorian, what do you mean by making an ethereal phase blade? Mr. X, it's actually, yeah, it's PTR, it's Public Test Realms. They're planning on spinning up basically test servers for the upcoming 2.4 stuff. They just announced it at like 2 p.m. Eastern. Since then, some people have found some info saying that it's literally just going to be just the servers right now, and it's not going to come with any of the changes just yet, which will be to be followed shortly. Oh wait, if I never really noticed, they can come ethereal. That would be interesting. No, just think that's funny to stick that many burrs in it. That's crazy. Look real quick. I was going to check and see. I think I got an extra set of Titans on this one. I don't know how high they are, though. They're only 191s, Scholar. I don't know how high you're looking. I had those 199s the other night, but I already gave those away, I think. They need to get rid of that shit. Well, Doomus, yeah, you got to change it up sometimes, man. No, if you want the 191s, hold on, I'll make a game. Amazon. Hey, Scholar, can you? I couldn't remember. Are you on my friends list? Can you just join on my game? I don't remember. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'll just make a game. If you could join on me, that's cool. Yeah, YP, some people have all the luck. I don't know if he's on today. Mr. 10 Towel Armors. I haven't seen one in a while, dude. Oh, crap. I made the wrong. Hold on. Leave. I've picked the wrong character. My bad. I was still on my Sork. Yeah, why? That's exactly it. I mean, it's basically why you just never know when that drop and what that drop's going to be. So it's kind of crazy. Oh, I didn't even realize I had 180. Here's all 191s, man. I found ethereal T-strokes, but I haven't found any ethereal Titans yet, unfortunately. Not a problem, man. Yeah, you need to. If you're gonna put it on a Merc, man, you need to at least put a RAL in it to offset the minus fire resist. I think that's pretty standard setup. So you'll probably need to socket an Andes if you get one. Yeah, ideally, I put a RAL in mine, but I found a really cool gem or a jewel yesterday or the other day. If it had been fire resist, I'd have switched it out. I found a 15 IAS, but it was a cold resist. I think it was 27 resist on it. You could get 30 max on a jewel. So if you get a 15 IAS 30 fire resist jewel, I'd switch it out for that. But otherwise, just throw a RAL in it. I've had some decent luck with ethereal bases all of a sudden. I rolled a ethereal great poleaxe and got 4 sockets in it, and then I rolled an ethereal CV the other night and got 4 sockets in it. Pretty decent luck. I still cryptic axe and thresher is what I'm looking for. So I keep getting the other ones. Yeah, take a look, Wipey. The ideally you want like IAS or something and resist the fire resist on it. 30's max you can get, but if you got stuff in there, it's worth checking. Stop hitting me with that. Yeah, Tesladins are fun. Again, I guess I need to look into more of a weapon. Um, and I need, like I said, I need the shield base. I got the helmet base for Dream. The Ardens are actually really cool, but the Ardens you got to get on top of the Dream. You got to get, I think it's Dragon Chest, and I forget what the weapon was. But it's just stupid expensive. Yeah, they announced PTR for tomorrow. From what we've learned since, they're just basically spinning PTR up. It's not going to have any of the 2.4 stuff on it right now. Oh, that's a cool skiller. Yeah, extra gold. Still, it's a Jav skiller. It's useful. Might put that on my list. Hand of Justice. That's it. Super Trooper, you're right. Hand of Justice is way expensive as well. Yeah, unfortunately, but they said the 2.4 stuff to follow soon. Um, we all have different interpretations of soon, of course. So we'll see. I mean, they at least took a step in that direction. They've been kind of quiet for a month now. So just the fact that they're putting PTR out tomorrow with 2.4 to follow soon. We got something kind of to look forward to. I'm still going to jump on PTR to see if they are already going to have it set up for higher level character templates, that sort of thing. So I'm still going to take a look at it if it's accessible. Moo, what's up, man? I don't have anything for you to clip. Yeah, I think a month is a decent time frame. It could potentially be about that. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can steal some of Moo Moo's luck. Let's see if there's a rune down here somewhere. Ral, clip it. Praetorian, shut up, man. Trang armors don't drop anymore. I might add this to my list, though. I got a skiller, so. Jav skiller. Moo Moo, they've been giving me a hard time about Trang armors for a long time. I was just getting them non-stop there for a while. I could make a Trang compilation. Zachary, Merc build is Fortitude, pretty standard. Non-ethereal Andes, and Infinity's kind of. If you're running Lightning, that's kind of the what you want to strive for. I ran Lightning without it. It just amps it up so much that wouldn't go back. Exactly, Forrest. The Trang armor emotes. John, I missed it. Hold on. What's up, Josh? One second. Let me see if I can find it. I don't see it, John. Ask me again. I promise I'll answer. Joffer Cervex. I don't know. I'm not. Uh, I hit two different ones. Battle command and orders. Why don't? Should I be casting it twice? Am I missing something standard here? So you give me a little more life. I think I got a little more from that. Ah, interesting. Should I do it in a certain order or just cast it 2 times in a row? Yeah, junk FCR ring. Interesting. Learn something new every day. 20-year-old game. Command first. Okay, I think that's what I'm doing. Okay. But I could just do battle command twice and then bow, or do we do like command, bow, command? command twice than bow. Interesting. That's funny. I never knew that. There's always little tricks. Always little tricks. It's kind of funny because I do stuff that some people just never noticed. Like, say for instance, I did a video on running bail, for instance, in the waves, and there was a lot of people that actually didn't know you can kite the waves out if you can't kill them, and they will count as being killed in the waves. Like for the last set, I forget the name. The last wave. If you have a hard time killing that, you could kite that out, and Bale will then leave the throne room. And a lot of people actually didn't know that. And that was pretty standard for me back in the day when I was farming Bale, and it was tough. Yeah, the minions. You can kite them out of the room, and that will cause Bale to leave the throne room. And the same for, yeah, Lister. That's the same for all the waves. If you have a hard time with them, technically you could kite them out, and the next wave will spawn. And shocking, and there was a lot of people that actually didn't know that that was a thing. But there's always little tips like that you know, there's always something. Yeah, it does work. I did it when D2R came out. I did a video on it, and there was a lot of people that didn't even realize that you can kite them out of there like that. Because I used to do it way back in the day when you know, if you're leveling a fairly new character, say on ladder or something, and you couldn't kill the wave, you could still get past it. Yeah, that's another one, Ty. A lot of people didn't realize you could shift-click potions into your mercenary. I get that one a lot still. Yeah, exactly. I didn't know. I didn't realize you could cast bow. I mean, just now. I didn't know you'd do that twice and get a little more health. Yeah, Mark, I definitely did. I tested it out just to make sure. Especially when the game first launched, those waves can be pretty rough if you don't have the gear for it. So I'd kite Lister out and go kill Bale. So yeah, it's still 100% a thing. Kind of cool. But I still get asked that a lot about how am I feeding the pots to the mercenary. What is lum? I think that's chipped amethyst or flawed amethyst. Yep. Twice. Have y'all noticed that sometimes when you cast it, you see that it didn't do the animation. It showed the character moving, but it didn't do that aura. I get that a lot. Mark. What's up, Polska? Polska. Mark, why you being a troll, man? Rob, it's gonna be Angelics. Yeah, I get. I don't get excited over set amulets anymore. What's up, Juan? Um, Nothing great. I got a Vex this morning. I wasn't streaming though. Oops. I actually got my first Tal Ami off of Nightmare and Dario. She actually has a really high chance of dropping it. I think second highest. Hell and Dario has the highest chance of dropping Tal Amulet, but Nightmare is actually second highest. Don't troll me. Okay. Yeah, 2 ethereals in a row. If that had other stats and it was ethereal, that would really piss me off. Yeah, almost. Ethereal 220s. Yeah, if that had been yeah, there martial arts is going to be a thing. If that had other stats on it and was ethereal, that might have pissed me off a little bit. Hey, Moo Moo, where are you at, man? Are you in Europe? Thought I heard you just say you were before you went to bed. So figure you might be running in Euro. Yeah, bosons. I'm kind of excited about bosons. I preferred bows over Javazons back in the day, even though Javazons killed a lot quicker. But bosons were always fun to me. I would like to see that get a little bit of a buff. Maybe they can redo the changes done to the Bariza. Rocky, the patch isn't coming out tomorrow. They announced the PTR, but then a little after that, they said that it was only going to be basically the back end setup, and the 2.4 would follow shortly after. What they mean by shortly, nobody knows. So we're not going to get 2.4 tomorrow. We might have access to the PTR. I'm curious to see how they set it up structurally, to see if they add it to where you can create high-level characters and stuff. What's up, Bob? What's up, Robert? Yeah, Boazon, I don't know. I would probably play my Amazon more if I had her set up as a Boazon. But the gear for that's kind of far down the line, so I'm kind of waiting to see what the changes are. You almost need to have a faith. I mean, you could get away with Wind Force, but everything else is subpar. I mean, I used to love running with the Bariza. That was just too much fun. Yeah, exactly, Rocky. Oh, so okay. I think somebody else had mentioned that, but You know, it's been a month since they said that. Who knows what they'll do tomorrow? I mean, it could come out where you could just level tomorrow. Um, YP foe is supposed to be addressed in the patch. So I don't know. We'll know more tomorrow. Hopefully they'll at least give us some details. I'm just glad that they're actually giving us something to look at. Yeah, Bob, 100%. Kind of nervous about it. We'll see. We'll see. I gotta be perfectly honest. If they just straight up just dropped ladder without any changes, I'd be happy with that. I'm kind of just looking forward to a reset, to be honest. What have we got here? 2 rings and a small charm. That's kind of cool. Oops. Junk. Wow, what the crap? Did I accidentally open up a nightmare game? Ethereal? Nope. No, it's hell. I was wondering with those rings. It wouldn't be the first time that I accidentally spun up a nightmare game.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Death can save you from me.
Ethereal? Nope. I still have not seen a BK. I don't get that at all. See, Diablo's on a big dry spell. He needs to drop me something pretty good. I'd be curious to see how soon after PTR goes live that they actually push the 2.4 stuff up. 'Cause if they're doing it on a Wednesday, it'll be next week. There's no way they'll do it on a Wednesday. Drop anything on Thursday. You don't do anything on Fridays. That's kind of an unwritten developer rule. So maybe Tuesday next week if PTR goes smooth. Lacquer plate. I actually got a couple dual leech rings. I probably need you guys to look at them. We'll do it after this. I got a couple dual leech rings off stream the other day. I think they're pretty good. I'm going to have y'all look at them after this run. I meant to keep them on this character and I muled them. Wasn't thinking about it. But I think they're pretty decent. Alright, let's look at these rings real quick. Let's see. Alright. So these are all the facets I've found. But I only have one 5/5. I got a 5/5 poison. Let's see. Where are these dual leech rings at? I didn't put them in any kind of order. There's one. Pull them out real quick, then we'll look at it. There's the other. Alright, so I got a 6/6 dual leech, life mana, but only a little bit of resist, poison resist. Then I got a 5/7 with pretty decent attack rating. I don't know what max attack rating is on that, but there's no resist. You guys think these are worth keeping? I mean, I'm probably hang on to them just in case I need to like fill a slot with a dual leech, but I don't know what else I'm needing on that. I think the AR one, the 5/7, is pretty decent, but there's a decent amount of life on these 6/6s, so I don't know if these might be actually a little better. I honestly don't know what I'm looking for stat wise on top of the dual leech. I feel like I need more resist, and the one doesn't have resist at all. This one, and this one only has 9 poison. So I think I might just hang on to them just in case I need to fill a slot, and I need a dual leech ring just to do it. But I don't know. I think those are kind of meh. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done any crafting outside of caster ammies. And I've only rolled like one decent one out of probably 150-ish. Crafting's expensive. And it takes a lot of crafting to find something decent. Dual leech with FCR. Would you even need FCR though? I mean, if it's dual leech. Strength dex. Yeah, I can see that. Probably, that would probably be the first stats, right? Like, I would assume like the life would fall under having strength or dex on them. Oh, for barbs? Interesting. See, there's so many different variables that come into play with rares. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, because most people think of, you know, uniques, finding uniques and sets, certain sets. But the really top tier items are usually crafted or rare items.
I am overburdened.
Ah, Telly. That's a good point. Yeah. Dual leech and then having like an Enigma on for Telly. I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's just crazy the nuances involved with you know, gear. It's just crazy. That's true, long shot. I didn't think about that because I am going to run Enigma. I was thinking about running Enigma for my Tesla, and since I made it, so yeah, FCR would dual each. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, but Josh, I don't play enough. I actually have 6 of them back there, and I have been woefully negligent in practicing. I used to put in at least a couple hours a day playing my guitars, and I just have not been doing it.
Not even death can save you from me.
Yeah, what's even worse, I got a lot of money back there. I mean, I've sunk a lot of money into my guitars. Walker, that's kind of what I've been doing, man. That's what's so bad. Drew, nothing spectacular. I was telling the guys earlier, I did find a Vex seal popping earlier off stream. It's been about the only decent drop outside of the Java skiller I found earlier. See, it does that twice, once. I need to remember that. It's not a huge difference, but I notice it is a little higher than just one casting it once. Yeah, Diablo's not been paying here lately. He's been dry for past 2-3 streams. Outside of the Haas last night, which wasn't even a good one. What's up, Abel? Casting battle commands twice. I always just did it once, and they were telling me you get a little more health doing it twice. And it's that, yeah, that's actually the case. Way more time on Diablo, man. Need to get my priorities straight. I've been playing for a long time. But like I said, I've been kind of neglectful in practicing probably for a few months now. I need to restring all of them. I just need to put some time into just set it aside and play every day. Hey, don't see that very often. I actually have not gotten that yet. Trang belt. I have not got the Trang belt yet. Kilo, I got 3 of each. That's actually pretty cool. That's my first Trang belt. Shockingly. There's the Trang. What in the armor, though? Maybe, Mark, one of these times. I would have to warm up, though. Yeah, I'm putting it on the list. Trang belt's actually a useful drop. And it's a first-time drop for me. Shockingly. Josh. That ain't right, man. Robert Merck's running Fortitude, Infinity, and Raud Andes. I think the belt's way rarer. I've gotten several of the offhands. Yeah, no, the Trang belt's a good find, actually. I'm actually going to add it to the list. That's actually pretty cool to see that drop. If I was doing Grail, I'd actually be able to cross that off. It's the first time I've had it drop. Yeah, Diablo's just not treating me right, though. Carbon, it's tomorrow. It will not have 2.4 on it, though. But they're actually going to push PTR tomorrow. Yeah, Mark, I kind of agree with that. It's kind of a pain in the butt once you've used up what you got in your private stash and on your character. Floyd, you trolling me, right? Come on, man. Oh, wait, you did say you had the armor. I thought you were trolling me about the armor. I hear you, man. That's Rax a good drop. I haven't had one in a while. I was getting them. I was getting a Rax pretty often, but I haven't seen one in quite a bit, quite a while actually. Ty, I think it's possible that I think it's possible that Activision Blizzard would go that route. There's no if I mean, if think about it, Activision Blizzard shying away from potentially doing a microtransaction in a game. Psh, please, they do it in a heartbeat. It's unfortunate, but that is the case. Yeah, right. Look what they did to World of Warcraft. Ty, yeah, I think I don't know if you were on that stream the other night. We were talking about that, and I was kind of bitching about it, but yeah, I'd probably would too. Floyd. That's actually I hadn't even thought about that. I can see them doing that. Jen, I'm just trying to get a shield base for my second dream. I got the helm, and I got the runes to make the dual dreams for my paladin. So that's kind of what I'm making next. Rob, I quit a while back. I played it. I stopped around Mists of Pandaria. I think I stopped the X Pack before that. So it's been a while since I've played. I did come back and play Classic for a little while, but I didn't even finish leveling to 60. I just stopped. From what I've been hearing, though, they really have jacked up World of Warcraft in general. Jen, I don't mind the random rune drop still. But I got the runes to make my next two things that I plan on making. I did get a Vex this morning. So, they're still coming. I know a lot of WoW people went to Final Fantasy. Was it 14? I think a few guys on Discord were playing it. Or had said they were going to. I don't know if they actually started playing it or not. I wish they'd actually gone instead of continuing with the X packs. I think WoW should have just died off and they just spun up another MMO. Perfectly honest, I would have loved to have seen them do an MMO based around the StarCraft world. I think that would have been amazing. There's plenty of lore there. I guarantee you I'd have been all over that one. StarCraft was... I love StarCraft. StarCraft 2 not as much, but the first StarCraft was amazing. Yeah, I think that's what that was. Was StarCraft Ghost actually going to be an MMO though? Or was it just going to be more like a campaign style game? Rain, Yes and no. I mean, tomorrow we're not going to get any of the patch stuff, but I'm going to go on to PTR and see what they got set up. Whether it's just going to be a leveling playthrough at the beginning, like they had talked about. Somebody had mentioned it, or whether they're going to go ahead and do a straight up. You create high level characters for testing. So I'm really curious to see how they do it. But yeah, I feel like an MMO around StarCraft world. I think they could have pulled that off. I think that would have been a winner. StarCraft still has a huge following, but back when they were talking about we're working on StarCraft Ghost, it was at the top of the esports stuff. It was just crazy, and they just kind of let it fall off. I think they switched off and took resources out of StarCraft Ghost and put it on the Overwatch. But I think they could have really made something good there. StarCraft was a close second for me to D2, original D2. Oh, was Ghost gonna be FPS? I didn't realize that. What's up, Alan? Yeah, Rain. I'm gonna look at it. We'll see what happens. I'll probably try and stream it as well. StarCraft Immortal. Oh my God. Do you people even have phones? White Sacred. Counter-Strike was never my thing. I never really got into Counter-Strike. But I mean, I get that. I mean, Counter-Strike goes back and it still has a huge following. WoW Classic was amazingly fun for me. Not the reset, but the original WoW when it first came out. I mean, that was crazy. I actually ran 40-man raids back in the original WoW Classic. That was some good times. Extra large buttons. I can't remember the name of the map now that I used to play just for the heck of it in StarCraft. What was that map? Everybody played it. Big Game Hunters. Does that sound familiar? Wrath of the Lich King was their best X-Pack in my opinion. Yeah, Praetorian, we were like cutting edge on the 40-mans on our server. We're like, there was a Horde guild that was ahead of us, but we were right there with them. Let me tell you, man, that was some crazy stuff back then. Big game, it is Big Game Hunters. That map sticks out in my mind still, man. I used to play that. I mean, just non-stop. Night Online. I don't recognize that one. Superior Monarch. Getting some good bases drop. I'm just not getting any anything usable. Yeah, I perfectly honest, I hated that instance. I preferred Nax way more over that one. That one was pretty rough. I kind of remember EverQuest. That was actually before WoW. That was one of the... there was one before EverQuest, though, that people started... The MMOs kind of got spun off of. I can't remember the name of it, though. Maybe it was that Knights Online. Then it was like EverQuest. And then WoW kind of took over. Four Horsemen was amazing boss fight. Ultimate Online, that's it, Liam. Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm trying to think of. I never actually played it. A buddy of mine was messing around with it back then. I never got into it. Honestly, WoW was my first actual MMO that I played, even though those other ones were out. Back when, you know, WoW was back when Blizzard was actually a good company and they were putting out quality product. People are still playing UO? People pay for anything. Is the World of Warcraft still like $14 or whatever it is a month? Yeah, when Activision took it, that was the beginning of the end. $12.99. I still got a lot of people on my BNet friends list that are still playing that were in my original guild 12, 15 years ago, whenever it was. I think that guild's still actually going.
Not even death can save you from me.
I mean, WoW had me hooked for a while. I definitely sunk a lot of time into it. When you, what's it? When you could type /played and it would tell you how many days you've had in the game. Jason, my guild was Insanity Inc. I think they're still around. We were on Staghelm, I think. I think that was the name of the server. Hell, server might not even exist now. We tried to reform up on, I had quit playing for a while, and when they announced the Classic, wow, holy crap. I came back and played a little bit, but it just never happened. Oh, you could actually use in-game gold to buy the X-Packs? I played Guild Wars for a little while. Or is there Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2? I kind of finished out my time in World of Warcraft just PvP, and when Arenas came out, I did that pretty good bit. Actually did pretty well in arenas, but then I just finally got tired of it and just quit playing. I've always enjoyed kind of the PvP aspect of most games. Diablo 2 not as much. I did PvP back in the day on original. I haven't done it on D2R though. Yeah, Liam, I was holding my breath for sure. But again, I think that Vicarious is probably a decent studio. Again, they did. I think they did a good job with Resurrected. It's just that Blizzard Activision screwed up the launch with the server issues, and I don't think Vicarious had anything to do with that. So if they're handling the 2.4, which I think they are, maybe we'll get a decent product. Maybe we'll actually get something good. Dude, those old AV games, Husky, oh my god, dude. That was a lot of fun back then. I mean, you'd jump into an AV, log out, come back, and it's still going. That stuff was funny. But back then, that was the AVs were only on the server you were playing, so it was literally the Horde on that server against the Alliance on that server. So you got to know players on the other team. Damn, Tyler. Yeah, that's a pretty good run right there, man. 10 hours is a lot of time, but I've done it. But it sounded like it paid off pretty good. Sinister, I kind of remember that. I kind of remember seeing that in play a couple of times. Honestly, though, my favorite one was Wrathy Basin. I loved Wrathy Basin.
Not even death can save you from me.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, Arathi Basin was by far my favorite. It'd probably go Arathi Basin, and then like Alderac Valley, and then Warsong Gulch was probably my third. But I was playing Alliance at the time, and I always felt like Warsong Gulch Horde always just steamrolled. Not ethereal. And it's funny, Alderac Valley at some point, it became one of the things where the teams just ran past each other trying to get to the end. Wade, that's actually a good call, man. I think I'll do that. I'm going to do a couple full clears. Let's mix it up. Let's do some full clears, see what we get to drop. Yeah, Sinister, you're probably right. It was probably more of a server thing. Thanks, Omega. I try. But it was funny. I even got my dad into PvPing in World of Warcraft. It was a while back when it was, what was it? I think it launched in 2006. I think I had him playing about not long after it came out. I don't think there's any way he can handle playing that now, but he did play that back then. he would play like a Arathi Basin. I'd get him in on the runs in Arathi Basin, and he would play as a mage, and he would just like hide in a bush and try and snipe with it. I always thought that was funny. Yep, Aaron, that's what we're looking at. We're not going to get anything from 2.4, but at least we'll have the PTR, which is a step in the right direction. I'd imagine they will probably, best case scenario, I think they drop 2.4 stuff on PTR probably first of the next week. Jason, they announced PTR going live tomorrow, but they updated the info that it would be mainly back-end stuff. So it'll probably be accessible, but it's not going to have any of the 2.4 stuff on it because they specifically said that it would be to follow shortly after. But PTR should be up tomorrow, and then my guess is we'll probably get the 2.4 stuff, I'm guessing like Tuesday next week. It's my guess anyways. Oh yeah, no, 100%, dude. I mean, it's good to hear that that's coming out tomorrow. Hopefully if they don't push it back, because they had originally announced downtime last Thursday, and that got pushed back to today and now tomorrow. But this time they announced that PTR is going live, so I think whatever issues they might have had with getting the servers set up is handled. So they put out the announcement that it's PTR. So I'll be on there tomorrow and check it out as soon as it's accessible.
I need mana.
Been getting a lot of a lot of rare rings today. Look, another dual. That's about the same as the one I have. Look at that, a little bit of AR. 6 mana leech, 6 life, and a little bit of this was even worse. I'm not keeping that one. Husky, I think best case scenario, from the point that they pushed the 2.4 stuff up, I would assume they're going to give it a couple of weeks for playthrough and testing, and ladder to follow shortly after. So and somebody had said that what was dropping on the 11th of February? The game that was dropping on the 11th. They're probably going to try and time it about the same time. So we'll see. I mean, I'll be getting on PTR. We'll poke around, and if they can drop it fairly quickly. It's only 35 resist though. Yeah. Lost Ark. That's what I was trying to think of. No, Lost Ark's supposed to be dropping on I think somebody said February 11th. And that would be in about the right time frame if they push 2.4 out onto PTR next week. Yeah, I looked at it actually, and it doesn't interest me. I've never, and it's probably why there's a lot of games out like it that have kind of that Japanese style, maybe even Chinese style MMO, real flashy. It's just not been my thing, so I never got into them. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Final Fantasy is kind of the same, right? I might be way off base with that. But there's a lot of games in that style that it's just never really been my thing. Yeah, Rob. I mean, that's. I mean, the games might be amazing, but that style of animation, I've just never been a fan of. Ty, no, I've just never been much on campaign style games, playthrough type games, which kind of a friend of mine. Well, actually, I have several guys I know that played through the Dark Souls and stuff. I just never been a fan of them. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Final Fantasy has a huge following. I don't know. I just never really got into them.
Death can save you from me.
Not great drops, but a little better. Gladbane. I actually found an ethereal one, which was kind of cool. This is one of those sets that nobody ever uses. Yeah, Disciple set. Maybe that one will get a little buff. Diablo's drops were a little better, at least higher end drops on that one. We'll do another full clear. I've always liked looking at the scepter bases and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work out. Diablo MMO. I mean, I'm sure it could be done. Juan, that's actually the first train belt I've found. I haven't gotten it to drop before. Redemption. Interesting.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Oh yeah, if they put something together based off of Diablo World, I'd definitely try it. I mean, it could turn out to be a great thing. But I don't know, the state that Blizzard Activision's in now. I mean, they put off Overwatch 2. They put off Diablo 4. They're in a bad state, and unfortunately, they are still the owners of these titles. Husky, that's an interesting idea. I don't know, honestly. I think with what they announced with 2.4, I think a lot of the players are okay with it. I don't know how well received new areas would be. I mean, it could potentially be fine, but I think there is a cap to what people will take changes to this game. So I don't know if adding new areas would be well received. It could be. I'd be kind of on the fence with it. I'd have to think about it. I personally don't have any issues with what they got coming up to 2.4. But I don't know how I'd feel about a brand new like level. Well, I guess a new difficulty would be the same stuff though, right? So maybe that wouldn't be too bad. Aaron, I would probably go. I'm going to play Sork on ladder right out of the gate. I would be inclined to go a Hydra Sork. Yeah, I mean everybody has their main. I mean I've always played Sork first right out of the gate. I mean it's just I've always done that. And some people, like you're saying, some people play Pally first. I think that's probably be the second most common. I don't know what would fall third. Maybe Necromancer. What do you guys think's like the third most common? I would put Sorceress at the top. I would say Pally is second. I would say either Necro or an Amazon. You think Barb's that high up? I mean, it could be. What do you think's at the bottom? I'm going to say probably Druid. Yep, definitely.
Not even death can save you from
It's unfortunate. Now, if they buff the fire stuff like they're talking about with Druid, that might actually be a good build or a fun build to try out. Except for the stupid boulder thing. Yeah, well, Bob, there was a lot. I think I don't know if it was Llama or somebody was pushing like Kixins or just Trapsins in general as a good starting character, and I think a lot of people went down that line. But I think that was more motivated by one of those guys was pushing it pretty hard, as thinking it would be the more viable character out of the gate. Was Cooley was doing it. Nina, I found my Death Fathom here in Chaos. And I got one off Pendleskin. But I got my better one here in Chaos. No, yeah, you can make a Traps and be a good budget build character. but it's always if to me it always falls back to the movement, and when being with being able to teleport with the Sork, I think that always pushed it to the top. Yeah, I got a pretty sick Death Fathom off of running Chaos. I got it pretty early on when I started my 1,000 run project. I got that Death Fathom probably in the first 100 runs. But it rolled really high, so it was actually a decent one. First one I got off Pendle was really bad. Wait, it's been kind of crazy, man. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I've had a lot of good luck. I mean, so I mean, it just falling in line. Sometimes RNG just hates you. It really hates me when I'm streaming. God, I got so many rare rings today. That's an interesting one. FCR, it's not dual leech, but it's got 7 life on it. And decent resist. The AR's kind of low. I might hang on to that one though. What's up, Matt? Yeah, it's not a bad one. I'm gonna hang on to it. We were just talking about dual leech FCR rings, what, just 30 minutes ago. It's not dual leech, but still kind of, it's close. It's got decent resist on it, not great, but it's got AR. That's not, that might fill in somewhere in a pinch. I need to stop running Chaos when I'm offline is what it is. Because when I was running some this morning, before I went on stream, I got a Vex rune to drop. Drew, I'm just lazy. I know I could use it. I'm just lazy. That might be what it is, Wade. Because I've done that a couple times here lately. I got a Burr rune offline. I got that Vex offline. I think I got 2 Vexes offline just recently. Just need to if I'm gonna run some Chaos, I just need to go ahead and turn the stream on.
Not even death can save you from me.
Yeah, Alan, I feel like I'm kind of in that boat right now. See? Diablo is just not doing it. I did get that Ohm rune online. That was kind of cool. And it was literally the first run of the stream. Aaron, if they do buff Hydra, that probably will be the case. And I'll be one of them. Matt, I just switched to some full clears just to do it. I've been seal popping up until like 2 or 3 runs ago. It's looks interesting, anyways. All right, so time is it? I'm gonna do 3 more runs and I'm gonna call it for the night. I might be on depending on what time PTR drops. Earlier or later, I'm not sure yet. Depends on what they do. So I'm gonna do 3 runs. I'm just gonna seal pop these. Then I'm gonna be on Discord for a little bit. I'm trying to get rid of that Haas. I'm gonna check the messages. Whoever messaged me first, I'll probably give it to them. I think I owe somebody an Oculus. I don't think they're on right now, though. They could, Mark. Didn't you call the Ja rune? Yeah, it was the Ja rune that dropped that you said it was gonna next 3 runs or whatever it was. I thought that was pretty funny. That's crazy. Oops. A bell. I either have some white ones or I have a low spirit that you can either clear out or use.
I can't carry anymore.
I don't honestly. I haven't looked at spirit monarchs in a while. I had a couple drop here while I was running today. I didn't even look at them. If one drops here, I'll pick it up for you. If not, I think I got some. Ah, we had a rare one. Let's look at it just for the hell of it.
Not even death can save you from me.
Matt, it's one of them things, man. We've been doing this for years and still play it. It's them dopamine hits when something decent drops, man. Get off me. That's one. Oh, it is. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Yeah, exactly, Jen. It is. I mean, when you've had a bad dry spell and then suddenly that you get that hit, man. G-face. Anybody need me to pick up the G-face? I'll hold on to it unless somebody says anything. I'll throw it back down. Oh, there's Sacred Targe. Let's look at that. I like looking at these rare shields. Yeah. I'm not going to pick up the G-face. If you need one, I got a bunch of them. G-face is a great helmet. I think it's Crushing Blow that's on that helmet. Very useful. I got several of them though. I get they drop a lot. I used to pick them up, but I don't anymore. I get too many of them. Husky, I'm not sure. But yeah, G-face definitely, especially early on, G-face is probably tradable. But I mean, they come out so often. After a while, there's nobody even picks them up. Animosity, I've never been much on shield builds for Sorks in general, so I just never been much of one to play it. That's going to count as my high rune probably. Nothing great. Nothing great. I did get, let's look at that. I actually got a Trang belt, which I hadn't had a drop yet, so that was kind of a cool drop. Alright, one more run. Nine G faces. I don't doubt it, man. I've lost track of how many of those probably dropped. Alright, here we go, last run. GG boys, Saigon. Hey, Saigon's the best low level one. If you're on ladder and you find Saigons early on, you'd consider it a GG find. It's great for leveling, especially if you're playing a pally. I'd throw it on a barb.
Not even death can save you from me.
Jin could act, that could be a thing. Grand Matron. It's not a superior though.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna mess with it. Nah, screw it. I got a +3 with sockets in it already. Just looking for superior at this point. It's a cool drop, but it's worthless. What is that? Sasabi's? Yeah. It's cool to look at, but no value to it. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it there. Like the video before you, or like the stream before you leave, as a favor. And also, if you're not subscribed, do that as well. And I also have a membership thing if you're interested in that. And last off, Discord, link in the description. Join us there. I'll be on Discord for a little bit after this if we talked about stuff. Hit me up on Discord. I will be on tomorrow for the PTR stuff for sure. We'll see if it actually is something, but we'll see. But I'll hit, if you got any questions, hit me up on Discord after the stream. Y'all have a good one. Keep on farming.